Another round of storms came through Indiana on Monday night. It made an already bad situation much worse. As Sarah Whitmire reports, high water covered fields and roads and forced homeowners to evacuate.
In Brown County Tuesday, water was up to the door of homes. Picnic tables were washed away. Cars were underwater.
We've been doing evacuations from flooded houses, flooded apartment buildings.
The heavy rain turned ditches and small creeks into raging waters. 37-year-old Travis Watkins got caught up in the fast-moving water trying to cross a small feeder creek to check on his grandma. Rescuers searched through the night and into the day on Tuesday using poles to check the water and the debris on the sides of the creek. Late Tuesday afternoon, they recovered his body. To the east in Columbus, Dwight and Tammy Nicholson watched as the water rose around their home.
Oh, it's scary. I can imagine the people that live back there particularly were very worried.
The Nicholsons were fortunate. Their home didn't get flooded, but many of their neighbors weren't so lucky.
The sheriff's department was responding to calls about people that were trapped in their houses.
It's been messy in different pockets of the state, and we certainly have people out in the field touching base to get a handle on those situations.
In Portland, the downtown area is inaccessible. In Rensselaer, in the northern part of the state, fields were washed out. And as lakes across the state reached record levels, the Army Corps of Engineers released water from dams.
It's emotionally tiring. It's certainly hard on crops. It's certainly hard on buildings and hard on the spirit of people who live in Indiana.
The state's Department of Emergency Management is working to get a handle on all the damage. Erickson says they asked FEMA for more time to gather all the damage information.
The water may stand for a while, and you really have to wait until those waters recede before you can get in there and take a look at buildings and other areas to assess damage.
The state will compile all the damage reports it receives and figure out if it makes sense to apply for federal assistance, which might be in the form of low-interest loans or grants.
There's not a hard set of guidelines, but the more information that we can gather, the better off we are in making that case and evaluating that case.
The state will need to explain how concentrated the damage is and show that it's more than the state on its own has the ability to recover from.
While we don't have property damage estimates yet, corn and soybean farmers alone are looking at losses in excess of $500 million. And before we change topics, one area we didn't touch on was the effect of flooding on recreational activities. If you visit Lake Monroe or plan to visit the beaches there, DNR officials say not this year. The lake is so high that officials say there's no way they'll be able to reopen the beaches before Labor Day.